One of my friends called me and told me that he saw Transformers the last night, and he said it was awesome! Transformers The Last Knight is directed by Michael Bay with the screenplay by Art Markham, Matt Holloway, and Ken Nolan, with the story by Akiva Goldsman, Art Markham, Matt Holloway, and Ken Nolan. Starring Mark Wahlberg, Josh Duhamel, Stanley Tucci, and Anthony Hopkins. Humans are at war with the Transformers, and Optimus Prime is gone. The key to saving the future lies buried in the secrets of the past and the hidden history of Transformers on Earth. Now it's up to the unlikely alliance of inventor Cade Yeager, Bumblebee, an English lord, and an Oxford professor to save the world. Transformers The Last Knight is the fifth film in the Transformers live-action franchise, and this film looks decent. It's got decent backgrounds and decent special effects. Look, I cannot keep calm any longer when it comes to Transformers Last Knight, so I apologize in advance if there's any sound issues down the road, because Transformers The Last Knight is one of the worst films I have seen this year. My God! The cinematography is littered with slow motion in every action sequence, shaky cam in most action sequences, and of course, the Michael Bay trademark explosions. The cinematography is not impressive in Transformers The Last Knight, and the editing is atrocious. And by the way, there were 6 people editing this film. And that's not a good sign. And also, what the hell was up with Michael Bay changing the aspect ratio without any artistic rhyme or reason? Like the last 4 live-action Transformers films, the film score is composed by Steve Jablonsky once again. And what does he offer for the film score of Transformers The Last Knight? The same Transformers live-action theme song that is boring as hell, and the rest of the soundtrack is forgettable. As far as acting goes, Mark Wahlberg is the only decent thing about Transformers The Last Knight, and it even has Sir Anthony Hopkins in it. Why is he in a Transformers film? His performance was underwhelming. I can understand if he's, getting the role so he can get a paycheck, and I wouldn't argue if he's getting paid for Transformers The Last Knight, but my God, giving a high-class actor a terrible script and end result, giving him an underwhelming performance as an end result is really disappointing. Again, why is Anthony Hopkins in a Transformers film? The rest of the performances are subpar. They're not worth talking about. As for the characters, what characters? They're a bunch of cardboard cutouts and scrap metal. And they also introduce Hot Rod. And the script completely fucks him over. If you're planning on seeing Transformers The Last Knight and you don't want anything spoiled, here's a timestamp that is indicated right now so you don't have to be spoiled on anything. Hot Rod is given a French accent, and the reason for this is because he didn't want the accent, but he stuck with it. That is lazy script writing, and another thing to piss off fans of past Transformers iterations. Seriously, Hot Rod never had a French accent ever before Transformers The Last Knight. What the hell was the scriptwriter thinking? However, the one thing that really infuriated me with Transformers The Last Knight is the plot twist in the middle. After 4 films, it is revealed that after all this time, Earth just so happens to be Unicron. Any Transformers fan, and including myself who has actually seen the entirety of Transformers Generation 1 and not being a huge fan of Transformers, would know that this is completely wrong. In fact, this is another example of the scriptwriter or scriptwriters not giving a shit about Transformers lore. I don't give a shit if they're taking liberties with the source material. They are completely just saying, fuck the previous iterations, we are going to do our own version of Transformers. This is essentially Transformers fanfiction put into screen. What the fuck were the scriptwriters thinking? Oh, let's make Unicron Earth and make that a plot twist. What the hell? Do you remember in Suicide Squad when the main characters were introduced and you see their names on the screen? There are new Decepticons introduced in Transformers The Last Knight that are introduced in a very similar fashion. And these Decepticons are very annoying. They say some of the stupid shit and that's all they do in Transformers The Last Knight. And pretty much they end up dead. Who cares? There is even a romance in Transformers The Last Knight which is painfully beyond forced. And there is zero chemistry between Kate Yeager and Vivian, the female lead in Transformers The Last Knight. If you thought Anakin and Padme from the Star Wars prequels was bad, this is worse. And like the past 4 live-action Transformers films, the main female lead is reduced to eye candy. And I've been nicknaming Vivian British Megan Fox because she has a British accent and she looks like Megan Fox. How lovely. I am not even joking that the script is awful in Transformers The Last Knight. The plot is not even that interesting and it's all over the place. Not to mention, when the plot is trying to get going, there is distractions with sex jokes and racist jokes. Yeah, the two things that were stupid in the first 2 Transformers films, especially the second one being the most cringeworthy, are back in The Last Knight. And to make matters worse, every bit of comedy is not funny. All the sex jokes and all the racist jokes are done in very poor taste. If anyone laughed at any of these comedic bits in Transformers The Last Knight, they are a fucking moron! And the worst part of it all, most of the screenwriters haven't had much experience in script writing, but Akiva Goldsman has been doing script writing for a number of years. He has done the script writing for films like Cinderella Man and A Beautiful Mind, but he is responsible for the script writing of Batman and Robin. Oh, and about Optimus Prime, he doesn't appear until after 2 hours of the film. Gee, they really sidelined Optimus Prime throughout this entire film. And, spoiler alert, Optimus Prime does become evil via mind control, and how does Optimus Prime snap out of it? Bumblebee talking. Yay, Bumblebee talks, because I've been nicknaming Bumblebee Radiohead because he talks via radio signals. And I will admit, that's a better joke by making fun of a band name than any of the fucking jokes that are in this piece of scrap metal. And of course, the villain doesn't do jack shit except for controlling Optimus Prime and making him evil. And how does she get sent off? By Optimus saying, "Say hello to my friend Bumblebee." And Bumblebee kills Quintessa, and Bumblebee goes, "I sting like a bee." Fuck you, Michael Bay, and fuck you, screenwriters. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen used to be my least favorite film in the Transformers live-action franchise, but after seeing this film, Transformers The Last Knight is the worst installment I have ever seen. Michael Bay did say that this was going to be the last Transformers film he would direct, but should he change his mind and decide to direct the 6th installment of Transformers, I refuse to see it in theaters, because this was the last straw. I will probably wait until it becomes available on Netflix, Amazon, or whatever streaming service is available for it, because I'm done paying good money to spend on a film that has effortless talent and bores me to tears. But I at least have some hope for the Bumblebee spinoff since it will be directed by Travis Knight, who previously directed Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a good film. So I am crossing my fingers that the Bumblebee spinoff may be the best live-action Transformers film to date. I'll have to see next year when it gets released in 2018. Because Transformers The Last Knight has messy cinematography, atrocious editing, a forgettable film score, cardboard and scrap metal characters, a terrible script, shit directing, and bad writing, I am going to give Transformers The Last Knight a big fat fucking 0.
Nothing, tra-la-la.
If you love film as an art form, I implore you to not see Transformers The Last Knight for your own sake. If you like this review, feel free to hit the like button, and if you want to follow my channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And as always, you're welcome to leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. And if you have seen Transformers The Last Knight, what did you think of the film? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching my review of Transformers The Last Knight. Coming soon, I will provide some reviews for the Spider-Man films, as well as Planet of the Apes and its sequels, reboots, and all that stuff. So until then, I will see you in the next review.